Hey guys, welcome back. It's National Nanny Recognition Week, and so this video is going to be in theme with that, and it's going to be a nanny Q&A. So I asked a couple of people to give me some questions that they wanted to ask a nanny, or if there was any questions they'd ever wanted to ask a nanny but never got around to asking. And so I got them and I wrote them out, and I got my glasses with me today as well so I can actually read them to you guys. I shouldn't be struggling to put my glasses on, but I think I've stretched them out. I sat on them. Okay. So, without further ado, I'm going to jump into it. There is an announcement at the end of the video, so stay tuned to the end of the video. The regular stuff, like, subscribe, share, etc, etc. Join the conversation. We're going to get into it really quickly. I'm going to try and answer them all as quickly as possible so I can get through the entire fishbowl. First question. Why are you a nanny? I am a nanny because I love kids. I love working with kids. My mom worked with kids and I saw her doing it, and so when the opportunity arose for me to have the opportunity to do it, I said yeah. So, that's why I'm a nanny. Let's shake it up. Let's make sure it's random, right? Alright, next one. Why? Oh, we let our nanny go and she asked to say bye to the children. Should I let it happen? Yes, you should. Saying goodbye is one of the hardest things about being a nanny because we know it's coming, and it's always the hardest thing to have to deal with. When we're not given the opportunity to say goodbye, there's no closure. It's just really sad because you've cared for this kid your whole life, or their whole life essentially, or for a certain amount of their life, and you don't get to say goodbye. So you're now worried, like, how did they take it? Are they sad? Are they happy? Are they okay? Are they doing okay? Like, allow the nanny to say goodbye. You can have it be supervised if that makes you feel comfortable, but like, you should let the nanny say goodbye. Like, yeah. Ugh. Trying to go through this as quickly as possible. Alright, next one is, can I ask my nanny their political views? For me, I feel like it's your personal choice. I feel like as long as my political views don't do anything to affect your children, or like, because essentially that's the key thing here, yeah, then why not? Why not? Of course. Like, if that's, like, ask if you need to, but like, be aware that some people just don't have the same political views as you. Some nannies may feel uncomfortable working for a family that has a different political view from them, and some families may feel uncomfortable having a nanny that has a different political view from them. So yeah, if you want to ask, yeah, why not? I think that's okay. For me, I think that's okay. I don't know about like other nannies. If you don't think it's okay to ask a nanny for their political view, join the conversation down below, like usual. Next one. Okay. Why does my nanny care if there are cameras in my house? Because you probably didn't tell her. I know it's law in certain states to actually disclose that you can't just film a person without the permission. And I know in certain states you can, because it's your own house and it's your own property. But I think if you don't tell your nanny, you haven't told your nanny because you don't trust your nanny. I think that's what it boils down. For me, personally, I'm like, if there are cameras in your house and you haven't told me there are cameras in your house, it's because you don't trust me and you're trying to catch me out in doing something. I don't mind you having cameras in your house if I'm working for you, because I have nothing to hide. I'm not doing anything wrong. I'm doing the job you've called me in to do. So yeah, I don't have a problem with it, but I think it helps foster good relationships with your nanny if you let your nanny know that you have a camera in the house. And if you haven't got a camera in the house and you hire a nanny and then you get a camera, yes, your nanny is going to be suspicious. That's just normal. Next one. Should I invite the nanny to the kids' birthday parties? I think yeah. I think it's such a good idea to do it, because for me, birthday parties are about being surrounded by people that love you, people that want to see you happy and growing and being fruitful and whatever. And so when you invite the nanny to your child's birthday party, you're almost telling the nanny, like, yeah, like, I appreciate what you do in my kid's life. I acknowledge your presence in my kid's life, and I think it's really cool that my kid loves you. I think that's really cool. Why not? Invite the nanny. Why wouldn't you invite the nanny? Plus, fun fact, when you don't invite your nanny, children actually ask their nannies why they don't show up to their birthday parties. A lot of parents don't actually know that, but yeah, your kids actually do ask their nannies why they weren't there. So it's an awkward position to put your nanny in. Let's just not put your nanny in that position, shall we? My nanny won't do housework. Why? It's probably because you hired a nanny and not a housekeeper. There is a difference. Most nannies will agree to do light housekeeping, which, for the breakdown of that, just basically means anything and everything pertaining to the use of or used by the children, I guess. I don't know. I think that's how you word it. But basically, like, if it was used by the kids, they'll clean that. Like kids' laundry, plates and dishes that they use to cook for the kids and feed the kids, making sure the kids' bedrooms are cleaned up. But like vacuuming the entire house, why? Doing your laundry, you and your husband's laundry, or you and your partner's laundry, that's just really weird. I don't want to be touching lingerie from another grown human being. That's not family. That's just really weird. But yeah, like, yeah, no. Some nannies are okay with housekeeping. For me, I agree to do light housekeeping. If you want anything else, or if I do anything else, that doesn't mean I'm going to do it consistently. It's just because I felt like you need the assistance at that moment, and I felt like I had the time to give it, so why not do it? But yeah, like, light housekeeping in terms of nannying is always in regards to, like, the children. Why won't the nanny work with my parents? Ooh. For some nannies, grandparents can be a bit difficult to work with. Mostly because grandparents are very set in their ways, and they have their knowledge, and they're like, we know what we did when our kids were grown, and you're working for our kids, and look how successful and great they are. So like, why do they need you? And you may not see it that your parents are doing this to your nannies, but your nanny's going through it. So if your nanny doesn't want to work with your parents, that's probably why. Like, ask your parents what they're saying to your nanny, because there might be a possibility that your parents are actually undermining your authority to your nanny or questioning your nanny. I had a grandparent threaten to get me fired because I didn't do things her way. I did it the way of the parent of the child had instructed me to do it. So yeah, there's like, sometimes grandparents can be super nice. I have worked with really, really nice grandparents. And yeah, I've worked with grandparents who can really be a wonderful case. Next one. How can my nanny be overweight because she wants to be? Weight has nothing to do with nannying. Weight has absolutely nothing to do with nannying. If someone signs up to be your nanny, whether they're overweight or not, whether they're a certain weight class or whatever, they sign up to be a nanny with the knowledge of their own personal capabilities and what they can and cannot do. I understand that people are like, oh my gosh, yeah man, like I want my nanny to be slim and slender so she can keep up with my kids. Let me tell you, I am no spring chicken, but when I get into that playground or that park, I'm right up on that apparatus with my nanny kids playing hide and seek, tag, all of that stuff. Like, I'm there and I can keep up with them. So weight has nothing to do with it. If your nanny signs up to do something, like, she knows what she is capable of and what she can and cannot do. So like, let's not talk about her weight. It's really disrespectful. Plus, if your boss asked you to lose weight at your job, you'd be mad upset. It'd be a lawsuit. Don't do it. What's the difference between nannying and babysitting? It's just, okay. With babysitting, you get somebody who's just gonna sit there and make sure your kids are safe. Make sure they go to bed on time, make sure they're like not having nightmares, wait for you to get home, that kind of thing. With nannying, you're getting so much more for what you've asked. You're getting someone who's taking your kids to school, doing homework with your kids, breaking them up, taking them to extracurricular activities. There's so much more you get with a nanny that you don't get with a babysitter. It's really disrespectful to call a nanny a babysitter. That's like calling a doctor a glorified first aider. You wouldn't do it, so why would you do it to your nanny? It's just weird. My nanny got pregnant. I'm upset. Is that wrong of me? A little bit. I can understand why you're upset. You are entitled to your feelings, and I can get why you're upset. But like, you don't know how long your nanny's been trying for a kid. You don't know what their journey is. Yeah, like, I don't think you should be upset. Your nanny is most likely sad as well. Like, she's happy that she's having a baby, but she's sad that like she's gonna have to leave your kids. It's never an easy thing leaving a family. It's never an easy thing. Even if you're leaving for something as good as you're gonna go have a child of your own, you still feel like these kids that you were looking after, they've become part of your life, and now you're gonna have to leave them. So it's never easy. So yeah, you're allowed to be upset, but have you asked your nanny if she's upset? Because she might be as well. Like, have a conversation with her. Talk, guys, come on. All right. Why does my nanny keep pictures of my child on her phone? That one's easy. It's because she loves your children. There are no untoward reasons for me why I have pictures of the kids that I look after on my phone. I love them. They're my memories, and I like to keep my memories close by. I'm not taking them and showing them around like, guys, look at them. Like, no, that's not what I'm about. Like, it's more so just for me, and like sometimes I'll take pictures and I'll send them to the parents as well. But like, yeah, it's a memory. Why, like, if you don't want your nanny taking pictures of your kids, like, tell them. Or like, you can say, can you delete my children's pictures from your phone? That's a thing you can have a conversation with your nanny. Like, but like, essentially it's not to do anything like weird or booky or anything with it. It's just because they love your child and they like want to have pictures of your children on their phone. That's just it. Nothing crazy. What's the most important thing in a nanny-boss relationship? Communication. It goes hand in hand. There's communication and trust. Without those two, you can't have a successful nanny-boss relationship. If you're not communicating, you're both making assumptions without actually talking to each other about what those assumptions are, and everyone ends up in like a hullabaloo. If you don't trust your nanny can't do her job or his job because you aren't basically allowing them to, because there's a part of you that isn't ready to let go. So yeah, that's the thing. What if my nanny is trying to steal my kids? They're not, I promise. Well, I don't promise because there are some like really shady nannies out there. I personally am not trying to steal your kids. It's not my intention to steal your children. For some nannies, the best part of the day is when they actually get to give your kids back to you. But yeah, like, no, that's not a thing. I know there are movies out there and Hollywood loves to paint the picture of the crazy nanny and stuff like that. But there are really nice nannies out there. If you want to hire a nanny, don't go watch like movies like The Hand That Rocks the Cradle before you hire a nanny. Watch things like Fran Drescher and stuff like that. That's like the things you want to watch. Or like The Sound of Music. Those are like really great nannies. Yeah, like I don't know. I don't think all nannies want to steal your kids. That's just not a thing. Why does my nanny charge so much? That's really simple. It's because she's worth it. Yeah, no, she's worth it. Like, a lot of nannies actually undercharge. And a a lot of parents don't really realize that. And they have these conversations where they tell the nanny that they're charging too much and don't realize that they're actually paying their nanny way less than what their nanny's actually worth. There is a nanny calculator that you can use, which calculates the amount of years of experience the nanny has, and like what the situation is, how many kids are in the household, etc., for how much they should be charging and how many hours and stuff like that. What I will do is put the link to that nanny calculator in the description box below, so that it can be a useful tool for most parents to use. But yeah, like, that's not a thing. No. She's charging you, he or she is charging you what they are worth. Like, you're getting a service for it. That's like you go into a job and them telling you that they're going to underpay you, or you telling them how much you deserve to be paid, and then them telling you that's too much money, take less. If you know your worth, why would you take less? It's just crazy. This is the last one. Oh my gosh, no, guys. This is the last one. Okay, the last one is, when will you get a real job? I don't know if that was put there as a nanny question or if someone actually wanted to ask me when I will get a real job. The answer is, this is my real job. I think that's such a rude question to ask nannies, but a lot of nannies do get asked that. Like, when are you going to get a real job? Is this your real job? Like, why would you have this as a real job? Because you love kids. Because nannies love kids and they just love working with kids. Like, that's just what it is. Don't ask people when they're going to get real jobs. Like, I get asked it often because I nanny, I act, I sing, I create, I build, I do like a bunch of things. Like, I am a Jacqueline of all trades. And so I get asked very often, like, what's your real job? When are you going to get a real job? And it's always really frustrating because it's like, this is my real job. Like, it is a thing. Like, I don't know how to answer that. That's just such a weird question. But yeah, anyways, guys, that's it. We did it. We made it to the end. This has been really fun, actually. So yeah, you know what? We should do this again. If you guys have any other questions that you've ever wanted to ask a nanny, remember, I am not the ruling authority on nannies, so please do not take my word and be like, it's Bond, it's Bible, this is truth. Like, no, this is my truth and this is just my opinion. Everyone has a different opinion. Feel free to start a conversation and let's talk about it. I'm really curious to see what everyone thinks about this, and for nannies as well, and for parents. Like, do you guys agree? Do you guys not agree? Let's get talking. Start a conversation. This was really fun. Guys, it is National Nanny Recognition Week. So if you have a nanny, take the time out and tell your nanny thank you. You don't have to get the nanny a gift or anything, but it wouldn't hurt to just say thank you to your nanny. Yeah, quick announcement. I'm going to be starting a thing on my Instagram. So if you are not following me on my Instagram, you may miss out on what I'm going to be starting. It is called Thankful Thursdays. And to get more information, head on over to my Instagram. If you're not following me already, it's at Riyo Conversations. I'll put out all of that in the link in the description box as well below. But yeah, like, that's pretty much it for the video, guys. I made it. I actually got to wear my my glasses for the entire video, which I very rarely do because usually the glare from the light, like, is just a lot. But yeah, it's been really fun, obviously, doing the videos. Stay safe, have fun, live life, and be you, guys. Don't forget to rock your true self. That literally, again, still working on my sign-off. Haven't come up with a great one yet. Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and comment, and join the conversation. Bye, guys.